Welcome to Mental Toughness Monday. We're really excited to have you all here, and we are using the 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World class by Steve Siebold. Tim actually told me he found the PDF, and so I'm hoping he's going to hop on and drop a link in for you. Have some of the others of you found the PDF for this book as well? You've got a physical copy. Chris has her physical copy from back in the day.
So do I.
So
We do too.
awesome. All right. Champions. We're on number 14 today. Champions make do or die commitments. If there was ever one word that defined champion, the word would be commitment. When everyone else is tired, exhausted, burned out from the battle, the great ones are just getting warmed up. It's not that they don't fatigue, but their commitment to their dream keeps them going. Average people think it would be nice to achieve their goals as long as it doesn't get too uncomfortable or painful. Champions don't recognize pain because they have made a commitment to do what it takes to win. Amateur performers make a commitment and approach it like a hobby. Professional performers make a commitment and approach it like a war. Wow. Knowing they will have to endure an unknown level of suffering along the road to victory. Amateur performers always question the price they have to pay for success. Champions pay whatever price it takes to win. This small difference in mental strategy makes all the difference in the world. Commitment is more about making a decision to do whatever it takes to succeed than anything else. Yet only the pros seem to be able to get themselves to make these decisions. Okay, we have a quote by George Gilder, who's an author. He says, "You cannot keep a committed person from success. Place stumbling blocks in his way, and he takes them for stepping stones, and on them he will climb to greatness. Take away his money, and he makes spurs of his poverty to urge him on. This person, the person who succeeds, has a program. He fixes his course and adheres to it. He lays his plans and executes them. He goes straight to his goal. He is not pushed to the side, and that every time a difficulty is thrust in his way, oh, sorry. He is not pushed this side and that every time a difficulty is thrust in his way. If he can't get over it, he goes through it." I just think that's so powerful. I remember Tim's a big basketball fan, and he would always, when after we first got married, I've never been really much of a sports person at all. But after we got married, he wanted to watch like every Lakers game because he's from California and Los Angeles area, and he is a Lakers fan, like big time. And because the TV was right next to the bed on my side, I watched the Lakers games too. So that's kind of how that went. But one of the things that I observed as I watched these games, and I'd of course hear him getting excited about the different plays and stuff. And I don't know that I really know how to play basketball that much better than I did before, but what I did really notice was watching the players. And one of the players that was so impressive to me was Kobe Bryant. And I got to the point where I would know if the Lakers were going to pull it off and win it because of Kobe, because he would just do this thing with his jaw. He would set his jaw, and that was it looked to me like that was the moment of decision. And after he did that, like you could just see it come over his body, and then it was 3 point after 3 point after 3 point, and he just finished it. Like it was amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch. That kind of champion attitude. And I've thought about that a lot, just in my personal life of like when do I have that feeling? He didn't set his jaw every game, so it wasn't like he always made that decision, and they didn't win every game. They won a lot of games. Um, but I don't know if it's, and the other thing is that I've learned over just my own experience of different things that I've done that are hard. Sometimes I can make that decision and I am just like do or die. That's the end of it. And sometimes I'm not as good at making that decision. So it looks like champions have the ability to really create enough of the emotion. And that's really the thing that I found is that if I have the emotion of commitment, then I can stick to it. But we can't rely on our emotions, as we've learned over, I mean, just life experience shows you that you can't hold the emotion all the time. And so having that commitment and pushing through anyway, even if we don't feel like it, even if we're tired, even if whatever. And I actually had this conversation with myself last night. Now I can't remember how it ended because I don't know if my kitchen sink is empty or not. I think I did it. I think I had the conversation that I made a commitment maybe last week that I was like, you know what? Just go to bed with the dishes done. You can do this. Like it's not that big of a deal. Just do it. So anyway, I think I did it. But I know I've been having these mental conversations with myself of just like how long are you going to be okay with mediocrity? How long are you going to be okay with that? And are you okay with that? And can you stop being okay with it? And what parts of your life can you start moving into this do or die commitment? You can't do everything at once, right? You can't make a commitment to be excellent at everything at once. But you can figure out what an excellence ideal looks like and then pick a piece of it and start, really committing to that and just making that be a part of your life. So those are my thoughts on it. I would love to hear some of yours.
Well, I like the thought that you said that you can't have excellence in your life all the time in everything. And that's because we have to build upon things. And it doesn't matter what we commit to. I think there are days that you just say, I'm done, not doing it.
That is
Well,
true.
if there's anything I've learned through the years, it's ain't nothing more powerful than mama with a made up mind. And
Oh, that's good.
when we get that kind of commitment about anything, move over, it's gonna happen. There's great strength in making a commitment and following through.
Especially about
What did you
What
say,
I
Mom?
think,
Oh, sorry, Linda.
that's all right. Go ahead and let Kathy speak first.
Kathy, Mom, we couldn't really understand that last little thing that you commented on Dad's.
I think that's a great acknowledgement. I have a great commitment already. So there we go.
Good. All right, Linda.
What I'm thinking about commitment, I was about ready to quit doTERRA because nothing was working. And I thought I have to just sit down here and do it. And so I looked at my people, looked at new people, and I've had a class every Monday, all of January and February.
Look at
Uh,
you.
and yeah, you just have to push through and do your best. That's
Yeah. Yeah. And you've had several enrollments out of that too, haven't you?
yes. Some can't get enrolled and they've called and they can't get them. I don't know. I haven't had time to follow up with those people last week yet.
We're happy to help too if customer service is not sometimes they have a little bit of trouble at customer service, and so we're happy to help move that
Okay,
along if
thank
you
you.
need additional
Uh,
support.
yeah, a lady needed one oil and they charged her for 4. She couldn't get past that.
Oh,
And I said, and now that's been 2 weeks and now she says, maybe I don't need it. I said, oh, what could I say? I said,
well,
I'm
right.
really sorry.
That's that's awful. Yeah. Okay. Send me information off on that after the call and let me get in touch with my account manager, see if we can get that resolved.
I don't
At
think she
least
even
at
wants
least
it
make
now.
it well, at least we can make it more right for her. So if you've got her information and what happened. So yeah,
Thank you.
you bet. Okay, other thoughts on do or die commitments?
I have a couple.
Go
So
ahead, Denise.
when you
We
talk
lost
about
your
out,
camera when you switched
oh,
when you unmuted. There you go. Oh,
There we
there
go.
we go.
So can you hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to like training, it's like, you're talking about I think it's Michael Jordan, if I remember right. Yeah,
Kobe
he does.
Bryant. But yeah.
Kobe Bryant. But I mean, but it's like he's not giving 110% like all game, every game. So there is like you do need down and you do need recovery time. But you can have core things that are in your life that aren't negotiable that you do, like whether on a spiritual level, it may be scripture reading, it may be prayers. On a physical level, it may be you didn't give 110% on your exercise, but you showed up that day.
Uh-huh.
So, so but I think the biggest thing with success is managing time. Like saying these are the times of dates I'm going to do these things, because the kind of lazy leisureal things seem to always creep in and take over.
Yep.
So
So
it's
true. And actually next week we're going to
day.
talk, say that again.
It's about planning your day, like
Yeah.
setting your goals and sticking to them. And sometimes you can't control the outcome. You can't control, like you can show up and you can put the time in to talk. You're going to talk to this many people. You're going to, you know what I mean? But you can't control how many enrollments you have, but you can control how much time you put in to building that. And you believe like, what is it? Elise Senevy says that we have all the tools to succeed. The only thing that would make us not successful is quitting. So so I mean, like, for example, I have a goal that I am going to roll back my insulin resistance. So all I do is I keep reading what the professionals say and doing little tweaks, and my health is getting better. But I can't say by this date this is going to be gone.
Right.
So then you
Right.
can't give up, right? You just know that it's going to happen.
Right. I love that. And I love that you pointed out that planning and then sticking with the plan, which is consistency. And really, most people, as far as their goals are concerned, it's a problem of consistency. And if you have a very random personality, like I definitely do, then you have to make a plan to be consistent, and you have to push yourself. I have to have those conversations with myself of like, look, this is like one of those pieces of excellence. You can't be excellent everywhere, but you can get your dishes done. So make that happen, because that's something that you absolutely have control over. And so, be excellent in this one thing, because it builds that habit, and those habits of excellence, they build on each other. You become more of the type of person who is willing to follow through and finish, and not, just quit at the end of the day. And it can be very, very difficult, and it can be very difficult if your health is challenged. And so you have to consider, like, you gotta weigh and balance and do the things and make goals that you can consistently do, and then just push forward so that you get stronger, because it is in that building of creating that strength. He talks about it as do or die commitments, and the do or die is an important piece of it, but recognize also that you have limitations as a person. So don't die, right? Like, just look at the thing and make the commitments that you can keep, and then push forward and get stronger until you can do more. And so I just want to give that also little piece of like, we're not telling you to go out there and just like push yourself until you die. We're telling you to get that commitment. Now, one other big piece that I think is just so incredible and so important, and I was talking with Dave, he's the physical therapist at Prime Meridian, and I've been working with him for over a year for my shoulder and my hips. We started out with my foot, and have just done a lot of things with him, and he's become quite a good friend. And we're going to have some fun things that are coming up with him sometime in the future, I think, with some new programs that doTERRA is going to be rolling out. So that'll be fun. He said he would like to have some feedback from our team, so that'll be fun. But one of the things that I've learned with him on this, on this do or die, we talked about this last time. I said, when I first started having all the health problems with my feet and, just all the different things, I really was not in a position to be able to be like, I'm going to go for a walk every day. And there wasn't any type of exercise that I could really, really do. So what I started doing was meditating. And in my meditation, I would visualize myself being able to hike, ride my bike, um, canoe, kayak, ski, some of the things that I've done in the past that I really love. And I knew how they felt. So it was easy to bring that meditative piece into my mind and to start to create in my body that feeling, that desire. Because remember, desire, right? When you have that desire, you're able to build more capacity because of your belief. And this is so important because in your mind, if you're thinking all the time about what you can't do or about what's not showing up for you, maybe you're logging into your back office and you're seeing that you're not at the rank or the number of people or the power of three level that you want to be. And that's the thing that you see when you look in. And or maybe your check is getting smaller than it's been in the past, and you're not seeing uh your check growing. And so, and that's the thing that you notice, is that it's not growing or that it is shrinking. You are in charge of what you focus on. And this, I cannot stress this enough, because we have had it all wrong. We've been thinking about it wrong because we have been thinking that our circumstances is what create our situation, but really it's our thoughts that are creating our circumstances. And when you start to realize that, and you start to put this power into place where you are visualizing that feeling of how you feel when you've got your 1,500 coming in, when you've got your check coming in at high, when your rank is higher, when you have all the money that you need to cover all your bills, plus go on a cruise or do something else fun. When you spend your time building that out in your mind, and then combine that with your ideal of excellence, and then you pick that piece of excellence that's going to help you, whichever one it is. And it might not be what you think it should be. Sometimes we try to really push and control the outcome. But if you allow your thinking to move into those places and listen to your intuition about, like, what is the thing in my ideal excellent day? What is the first thing that's going to make the most difference? Because oftentimes, if you can change one thing, don't push over my lamp, Cat. That's so silly. Um, if you can change that one thing, oftentimes other things will kind of collapse or move into place. And it is so interesting to see this happen. I've seen it happen many, many times with lots of different people, and myself included, where you just change the one habit and it starts this kind of snowball effect where things really start to move. And so doTERRA's done a great job with their MetaPower program of teaching habit stacking and different things like that. Oh, and Ginger, we have brought so many good pieces into Ginger customer track. Um, Chris, are you excited? I know you've been going through it, and we're just in beta testing right now. So Chris is doing it. Kathy and Dean are doing it. We have a few other people that are just beta testing it for us this week. We're hoping to launch live to the whole team next week. Chris, do you have something you want to share about that?
Yes. So I think I'm on module 5, but oh my goodness, there's something in every single module that I need, things that I can implement. I mean, we knew it all. Well, we should know it all, but
Right?
oh my goodness. Yes, I'm pretty excited.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah,
That's
I
how,
hope.
what's funny is that as we were building it and then we would go through it, we would feel the same way. I'm just like, I forgot like all these things, and like we put them in there, but we've had all this stuff. But Ginger is so organized. Okay, she's so amazing, and she never gets sick, and her kids never get sick, and she shows up for you whenever you show up for her. And so we're really, really excited about that. And having the customer piece of it is going to help automate your business with the education piece, because you still will have the option to do a live wellness consult with them, and we encourage them at the very end. Ginger's going to tell them to reach out and schedule a time with you, but not being in a position where like it's all on you. as the wellness advocate, where it can be really overwhelming as you have people come in. It can be really overwhelming to be like, I'm their person. Like I'm the one that has to show up for all these pieces and I have to know all this stuff and where am I supposed to send them? And I can't remember. And also I have the whole rest of my life. So it's not like I'm sitting here thinking about it or have like prompts coming up on my computer or whatever, to help me with stuff. And so that's exactly what we wanted for you to feel like as a customer. And then there's also greatness on the business builder side. But for right now, focus on the customer because it's so exciting. So anyway, next
Yeah.
week the rest of you will get access to it. You're gonna love it.
The information you guys have put in there is excellent.
Mhm.
The resources on top.
Yeah, mostly that was Heidi. Some of it was me, but I will tell you that was mostly Heidi. She has been absolutely phenomenal and amazing. But I mean, I'm just always in amazement of just like she knows everything. She knows where to find it too. So, but now we can all know where to find it because Ginger's gonna have it for you. So, so awesome. All right. Any other thoughts as we wrap it up for today?
This is
Yes, I just,
wonderful. Me and Linda are together. Hi, Linda. You take the first. this time.
Oh, thanks, Kathy. Linda, did you have a thought?
I just wanted to congratulate you and Dean and Kathy on the new baby.
Oh,
She is
thank
so
you.
cute.
Yes.
How
Yes.
much
So
did
we
she
missed
weigh?
8 pounds, 5 ounces,
Oh,
19
wow.
inches long, and she's a nice big baby, just beautiful, doing really
That's
well.
cute.
So last week we missed Denise, I don't know if you heard because I can't remember if I posted anything in the Canada side. I don't think I did. But we missed our call because I was with my daughter she was in labor. So um yes, so great. It was such a beautiful, just amazing experience. It was wonderful. And I'm just so grateful that I got to be a part of it. And yeah, just her name is Cora Asher Lim.
We
What
need
have you got
pictures.
there? Yes, I'll send pictures, Denise. She's such a beauty. Kathy, what are you holding up?
I'm just trying to remind you that how many oils you comforted her with.
Oh yeah, I would love to share some of that. So Amy Baumetz actually sent me, she's from our Wisconsin team, and she sent me the birth bag because I didn't give birth with essential oils because I didn't know about them really at that time. And so I don't know, you'll have to look around. Um, but she sent me the birth bag essentials with the information, and so I had I think I had spearmint and I was trying to do balance and wild orange in the diffuser, but it was really dark and I forgot to put in my reader. So I pulled out the spearmint and it kind of looked like balance. So spearmint and wild orange actually is a winning combination. It's very air opening. It smells good. So that was fun. It might have been citrus bliss. I think it was spearmint and citrus bliss. I put that in her diffuser. We were laboring in her bedroom. She was laboring in the bedroom. I was just there helping. Um, and then I put balance on her feet. We did a lot of um I used Clary Calm on the, strengthen the points on your feet, on the ankles. Um we put some on her back too, but I'm trying to remember what it was because she had quite a lot of back labor. And I think, oh, it was black pepper. It was black pepper that Amy recommended for back labor, and that seemed to be really helpful. And then frankincense on the perineum just before, we probably maybe should have done that a little earlier, but just as she was getting ready to push, and then she did tear a little. Um, and then Rose with her mama, frankincense on her head. Um, yeah, it was
Was
really,
that the
really good.
baby or was that Maddie?
We put it on frankincense on the baby's head, Rose on mom's chest. We probably should have put it on dad's chest too. They were all, doing the skin to skin. But I didn't think of that. But
So
it was wonderful.
Another thing is that you can put frankincense neat on your hands right after baby's born, and it's like their head just rounds out in minutes before your eyes. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, well, that is an awesome tip. And she came so fast that her head was not pointy, even a little. So, so yeah,
Can I say something?
sure.
You know, I've never been one who's depressed about much of anything. When Kathy left last week to go down to your place I could tell I was tanking. I went over to the room diffuser and put in some wild orange and some bergamot, and within 15 minutes, birds were singing and bells were ringing again.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
good. Yeah. And this is key, right? Being able to support your chemistry, which is driving your emotions. And we could have like a whole nother discussion on women's health about that very thing as well as you go into menopause and hormones and all of those things. But that is so powerful because what you did, you're like, dang, I'm in trouble. And you took action, put the stuff into the diffuser and started letting that affect your body and your chemistry and help your emotions to lift. That's powerful. Thank you. Thank you.
I gotta go feed the chickens. I gotta
All
go.
right, me too.
Thanks.
We got to be done. So thank you so much. It's so good to see your faces. And I love having Dean and Kathy with us. I know Mary's going to be able to join us again next week. But thanks for changing this time because I think this is going to work really well for all of us. So, mwah.
Good.
Love
I
you guys.
Thank you.
I know.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.